welcome to Lord of the Flies live interview with Piggy's ghost.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Piggy, how are you doing this fine morning?
Good, thank you.
You don't mind if I call you Piggy, do you?
Not at all. After the book was written, I kind of like my nickname.
Okay, great. So let's get this thing going.
Let's?
So it seems to me, Piggy, you were pushed around a lot and put down throughout the story. Let's start with the first chapter, how the narrator constantly relates to you as the shorter than the fair boy and very fat. How did that make you feel?
I don't really mind. I am a tad heavy-set. That's what happens after getting ever so many candies. As many as I like from Auntie's candy store back home.
Piggy, I feel you were a peacekeeper, especially when you warned Ralph. Come away, there's going to be trouble and we've had our meet, before the death of Simon.
It's not that I'm a peacekeeper. I just feel I was the most mature in the island.
I see. Would you say you have matured a whole lot with you saying your dad's dead and your mom and your auntie having to raise you? You're pretty much the man in the house.
I tried to be. Auntie is an amazing woman for taking me under her wing. She's taught me a lot in being caring, nurturing, and intelligent.
May I ask how your parents passed?
They were victims of the World War II violence. I also think my aunt sent me away for school to protect me from violence.
I'm sorry to hear about that, but your auntie sounds like a real sweet lady. So, Piggy, what would you say was the biggest fear on the island? The fear you showed when your lips quivered and your spectacles were dimmed with mist at the thought of never being rescued, or the beastie?
The beastie to me never existed. Life is scientific. I know there is no beast, but I know there is no fear either, unless we get frightened of people.
See, that's why I love you. When I see these scales right here, I think of you. They represent the fairness and sensibility you showed throughout the Lord of the Flies book.
Why, thank you?
However, I definitely do not agree with Goldie when he wrote, Piggy was an outsider, not only by accent, which did not matter, but by as smart and specs. In my eyes, you were the scientific, rational side of civilization.
It's nice to at least have one fan.
What event caused you to realize that order and civilization really were important?
When Ralph said to me and the other boys, we're on an island. We've been on the mountaintop and seen water all around. We saw no houses, no smoke, no footprints, no boats, no people. It really hit me that we were all alone and we needed to be adults now.
So you're the most sensible out of the boys I see. Both leaders rely on you for a lot. Ralph for decision-making, Jack for your glasses for the fire, and after your passing, I felt as if Ralph were helpless. Golding expresses this when he writes, what was the sensible thing to do? There was no Piggy to talk sense.
Jack did need me for my glasses. That's exactly why I don't know why he treated me the way he did. He was so mean. Jack smacked my head and my glasses flew off. And I simply gave Ralph advice.
So I take it you were disappointed in Jack's leadership?
Extremely. Especially with that stupid chant. Kill the beast, cut his throat, spill his blood. I mean, what kind of leader prides himself in killing and hunting?
An insensitive one. I hate the way he treats you and the little ones. For all your ludicrous body, you had brains. He needs to take some pointers on how you interact with the other boys. When you try to reassure them there is no beast by saying, of course there isn't a beast in the forest. How could there be?
Thank you. I wouldn't think of myself as a leader, though.
Piggy, would you say you regret chasing after Ralph in the beginning of the story, saying, wait a minute, I got caught up? And do you think you would have been able to avoid all the chaos if you were to stay on your own?
Yes, it's much easier to defend for yourself than a whole tribe. But Ralph was my friend, so I stuck with him through all the chaos.
Okay. Well, Piggy, I think that's all we have for you today, and thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me, Grandma.